What's up, everybody? This is Josh from Josh Likes Cards, and I have a special Aether Revolt pre-release weekend edition of Kraken packs and even trading cards. This is a fun weekend. This is an opportunity for people to open some of the newest cards, brew with the best. It's a blast. Everybody loves pre-release, and honestly, it's one of my favorite times. I'm not a big standard player, but I love the new mechanics. Some of the cards that are coming out, like Fatal Push, Heart of Kirin, they're just cool cards. Copter was just recently banned. We're working on a new standard environment. We're looking for cards that'll have an impact on older formats like Modern and Vintage, and certainly Fatal Push seems to be one of those cards. But I wanted to start, before we start cracking some packs here, and let you know a couple of cards I picked up last night. Now, I've made it no secret that with this new set of Aether Revolt, there's some crazy amount of masterpieces, and I'm trying to find to replace cards in Metalworker. And last night, there were approximately two masterpieces opened in my entire LGS, and you're looking at both of them. Ornithopter and Chalice of the Void were two big pickups. Ornithopter, I simply just paid the guy cash for. I paid $30. Kind of cool. Thought it was a good deal. Chalice of the Void was a little harder trade. I ended up giving up a Force of Will as part of the deal. I understand the price on Chalice of the Void will ultimately drop. It's about 120 right now, I think, or 112, somewhere in that ballpark. But I know it'll drop a little bit. With as much play as Chalice is seeing right now, I feel like it's going to go back up, that price will ultimately rise over time. The rest of the cards, you can see the really cool token at the top there. Toxic Deluge is a foil. The token's going to be for Charbelcher. The Toxic Deluge is going in my first EDH deck in Brea. That is a Chinese foil Cloud Post that you guys are looking at. Again, that's just a neat pickup for Metalworker. Ravenous Trap, all kinds of sideboard play right now for Black-Red Reanimator. Inquisition of Kozilek is just endlessly tradable. I can't tell you how many times I've been asked for him, even though it's got that new art. Prized Amalgam goes in Manaless Dredge. These are the promos I want my set to match, so these are the last two promos that I need. And then Lion's Eye Diamond, also another artifact for Brea in EDH. That Lion's Eye Diamond trade was pretty easy to get to. Honestly, the guy just wanted some random stuff out of my binder. He took a couple of fetch lands, and gosh, I don't even remember, just random cards. Got me to a Lion's Eye Diamond, and by the way, that card is near mint. So always fun to have really highly gradable reserve list cards. So everything that you're seeing on here, there's a couple of cards that were missing that I ended up putting away for a different trade. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas, the old Tezzeret, was part of the deal for the Chalice, along with a Dak Faden from Conspiracy. So all in all, the only real cards I lost out on were a couple of Karakuses. And that's Eternal Masters Karakus at that. Right now you can find them on eBay for $35, and we had them at a $50 trade value. So I think I won. So this was outside of Puka, which normally most of my stuff is on Pucatrade. The fun part about this is the prize amalgams that are non-foil that are coming out of Manaless Dredge, and then my other cloud posts. I mean, those are basically going up. I also have set foil Chalice of the Voids from Modern Masters that are going to be going up on Pucatrade. And then the foil Ornithopter, honestly, was just such a good deal, I couldn't pass up on it. So these were the cards I picked up last night. Again, I gave up a Force of Will, a couple of Karakas, some fetch lands, and really other random cards to ultimately accomplish this goal. And I think, like I mentioned before, trading is supposed to be a service. I am helping you to finish your decks and to obtain cool cards and everything else. And if it were cards that people were asking me for, like Force of Wills for weird stuff, I would have said no. You got to find a common and middle ground there and not just give up anything and everything. So that's the first thing. I'm going to clear these off of the screen here for just a quick second. And I'm going to get to my pre-release packs, because I wanted you guys to see some of the cards I ended up pulling out of pre-release packs. You're going to see 3 pre-release packs worth of stuff here. And 2 of these are still going to be sealed. That's an Aethertide Whale, a Scrap Trawler, and my other pre-release card here is a Walking Ballista, which is out of its sleeve because I played it. So the couple of packs I got here, I ended up buying some from the local game store owner. He only had a few left. He wasn't in any kind of mindset to run additional events because he only had a handful of packs left. And so rather than just continually turn people away, he sold them and then posted on Facebook, sorry, no more events. So I bought the last couple of packs. I had some fun. You know, cards that I ended up getting in my other one, Fatal Push is just an amazing uncommon right now. You know, Heart of Kirin actually came out of the same pool. And then the rest of my stuff I ended up in green and black. So Green Belt, Rampager, Ovia or Ovia, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, and then Architect of the Untamed. So green-black very quickly became green-black energy. I went 3-1. I thought I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely some random cards and random things to be played. There was also a Sky Skiff in there, and just my pool overall was pretty solid. So this overall took me to 3-1, and it was a good time. So I'm going to clear that out. And the other packs that I bought, the Scrap Trawler and the Aether Tide Whale, I'm just going to start putting out what came out of those pools. A couple of foils, I'll just put them down here, nothing really notable, commons and uncommons. Spire of Industry, Disallow. You know, overall, guys, I think that's pretty decent when it comes to getting some stuff that, you know, otherwise, whether you play it or not, I mean, it's decent value. Disallow is probably the best counterspell we've had in a while. Other cards that came out of the pre-release packs, Herald of Anguish and Exquisite Archangel. Anytime you open 2 mythics in a pre-release pack, you really can't be upset. Hope, which is interesting. A lot of conversation about that card right now, and I'm going to say it as SRAM. I think that's how you say it. You know, and then I'll just throw the other cards down here at the bottom. Sorry, it's kind of off camera a little bit there, but Felidar Guardian, I got a couple of those. Pia Nalar came out of it. Battle at the Bridge, there's 2 of them. Merchant's Dockhand, Quicksmith Spy. You know, just random things. I mean, like I said, I thought overall it was good. When we got to the last couple of packs overall, though, for these extra pre-release packs I purchased, Fatal Push, good times. Then I saw Dovin Bond in one of the Kaladesh packs, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool. I also got his emblem in the same pack, so I mean, that was just odd. And then really, that happened. That's a Noxious Gearhulk Masterpiece, which was hilarious because I would have obviously loved to have opened that in a sealed environment because I could have played it. So, you know, 3 Masterpieces in one night, one of which I didn't have to do anything other than buy a spare pre-release pack. Last couple things just to show you guys some random foils. Madcap Experiment non-foil, that was the last kind of random rare. Grubs of Plains, Gifted Aetherborn, and a Universal Solvent. I mean, these are basically bulk foils. I might end up shipping them on Pucatrade. In fact, that's likely what I'm going to do. So that kind of shows you how my night went from trades and from overall pools. So, you know, guys, I thought it was a ton of fun in terms of trading. Pre-release, this is a really cool set. I really enjoyed it. Now, today, I didn't take a picture of the pack, but my only mail was a pack of Eternal Masters. Out of that pack of Eternal Masters, that single glorious pack of Eternal Masters, that happened, followed by a foil Relic of Progenitus. Just so you guys see, I have the rest of the pack here, so I'm not making this up. I didn't just grab random cards. I even got Intangible Virtue, Roar of the Worm, and Burning Vengeance. What can I say? So between my trades last night, the cards that I opened in my pre-release packs, the extra pre-release packs I bought, and then the one random pack of Eternal Masters, well, I thought it was kind of fun. I had a ball. Normally my sealed luck really isn't that great, but you know what? This time it was all right. So the last thing I'm going to do for you guys here, just because I love cracking packs, this was bought at Walmart. Yes, I'm sorry, I know I went to Walmart, but when sometimes your wife tells you to go there at 10 o'clock at night, you just do it and you buy Magic cards. One random pack of Kaladesh, one 3-pack of Conspiracy. Let's just see what we get. Again, a lot of this stuff is probably going to end up on Pucatrade, but I love cracking packs, so let's see what I get. I'm going to burn through the commons pretty quickly as normal. I think we kind of know what's good in Kaladesh at this point. This Tiger is insane in limited. Blossoming Defense, okay, that's good. Sentry, Servant of the Conduit. So our uncommons are pretty solid. Spire Bluff Canal right now is like insanely tradable. I've probably been through 10 copies in the last week. So fantastic. Yes, this is going on Puka for anybody who's wondering. Swamp and a Servo. So first pack, uncommons, great, rare, love it. Let's switch to Conspiracy. I've been pretty hot on Conspiracy here lately, just for the simple fact that the value out of Conspiracy can be explosive. So Leovold, Kaya promos, Recruiter of the Guard, Sanctum Prelates, even their foil versions are just going through the roof right now. So let's hope we get lucky, right? Quickly here through the commons. Rush Strider. I got a foil back there. Let's see if we can cover it up for 5 seconds. Volatile Chimera. Well, maybe this is one of those times it's not that great. Deputized Protester and a Natural Unity. So, mediocre. I would say definitely mediocre overall. But we'll leave rare and foil right here. All right, next Conspiracy Pack. And I bought a couple of these 3-packs before. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're just blah. But, right, you never know until you try. So, quickly here through the commons again. Fang of the Pack. Okay. Spirit, Gutter Snipe, Contrast Spectre, and Incendiary Descent. Well, guys, that leaves basically Pack 3 to be our winner. And hope that it brings us some kind of fun thing. How about a Leovold, right? You can always hope and wish. That card's $50 now, and I wish I would have bought dozens of them at 10. All right, here we go. Raise the Alarm. Twin Bolt. We got a Hexplate Golem. All right, so Deadly Designs. There's a War Chant, Shimmering Grotto. Okay, there's Duretti. That's not bad right now. An Ascended Law Mage and a Natural Unity. So really, not half bad. Duretti kind of made the 3-pack for us. Price-wise, he's not super expensive, but I can tell you certainly have a lot of people that have that on their wants list right now. So Spirebluff Canal out of the Kaladesh pack. We got Volatile Chimera, Deputized Protester, Ascended Lawmage. That's a really, really pretty foil, guys. I don't know if you can see that up close there, but, I mean, that's just fantastic art. Ryan Yee has done a ton of amazing cards. And then Duretti. Duretti's our big winner there. So I think pretty much the Conspiracy Pack paid for itself. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if you think my trades were good, if I picked up some decent cards, or if you would not have gone for things like Inquisition of Kozilek and even the goofy tokens I need for, Charbelcher and all that, if you would have just stuck with regular tokens. I always love hearing from you guys, and of course I love it when you check everything out on Pucatrade. So definitely drop me a comment. Check me out at Josh Likes Cards on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon.